And welcome back to the reincarnation tutorial. My name is Alzorath. Today we're going to cover the Soothsayer section of the main page. It's right above your turn information. And yeah, I'm recording these in one batch. If you haven't noticed, the turns are staying the same. I'm accumulating. It'll actually show you how much time you have left until the turn, and it'll tell you how long until full turns. This has been updated relatively recently compared to a lot of the other things on the main page. So, in the olden days when I started, you didn't have all this information. You just had your turns available and turns used. And the machine time whenever you loaded. Now it's keeping up fairly relatively smoothly. So let's go ahead and start in on our Soothsayer. Chronicle Terra, if we go in there, will actually let you look up by mage identification number how much, what they've been doing the past however much time you choose to put in there. 72 hours is the limit because that's how far out the game actually stores your battle information. And if you put in your mage ID or the mage ID of another one, you can see it. There's an option to see this on the ranking page as well. So I usually use the ranking page one. If we go into Arena Archmage, you can look up the basically mage information, their description, their name, their guild, what have you. It'll display on their page. I'll show you that whenever I go into the ranking thing. If I click on my arena, it'll actually show what my arena looks like. This is what it looks like to me. To another mage on the solo server, this would be eradication and then just random. Basically censored. So, and you can't see descriptions on solo, and you can't have allies on solo. If you click on encyclopedia, it'll take you to the wiki. Just telling you on that one. I don't feel like going there right now. You can go there yourself. There's a lot of information there. If you go to cemetery, you can see people who have recently died. And here it will show their name. Just like in the Hall of Fame, it'll show the name you chose if you get a hall on the server. So here you'll take you to the forum, obviously. If you go to ranking, here you'll have the top 10 listed at the very top. This is the default ranking page. And you'll have people listed plus and minus 30 of you. Right now I'm at the very bottom because I've actually lost net power by taking some of those turns. I'll cover why some other time if I go that far into detail as to the numbers. But yeah, I'm at the very bottom. Mainly because I disbanded my army, but still. This is still fairly new reset, so we don't have many players on here right now. Here you'll notice that all the people are censored. If I click on their name, it'll take a second to load. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical difficulty right there. I don't remember if this is the mage I clicked on or not, but here's the demonstration of what the mage looks like whenever you click on their name on solo. See, it gives you the random stuff at the very end there. And yeah, it gives you basic information as to whether they're damaged or not. On the solo server, power is randomly fluctuated as our land and fortresses and stuff like that. That way you can't really pin down who's who. This is to keep people from coordinating on it, because there was a problem with that for a while. And last but not least on the Soothsayer is the black market. This is a very complicated thing that I will actually go into detail at another time, but simply put, you can set pre-orders and you can see the bids you have out through those two links. The Altar of Darkness is how you interact with the gods. Exotic Mageware is where you can buy spells, even spells you can't research. So very useful one to check there. Swords for Hire. These are I'll go into that one actually. I'll click into it. See if it actually has any units in there. Yeah, it does. These are units you can't recruit, you can't summon. No one can recruit them or summon them. They're basically on level with recruitable units. Some are a little bit stronger, like Renegade Wizards are actually fairly decent. But for the most part, you're not going to get enough of any one unit here to rely on it at later levels. It's just going to be early on you can use these as a tipping point. If you happen to get really high on the server and have, I'll have to cover 11 stacks, 12 stacks, stuff like that later, which is an advanced tactic. But basically, then there's another use for them that is actually kind of unique and fairly interesting. Late game prospects. But yeah, that's an advanced strategy. Probably won't be covering that anytime soon. Tavern of Heroes, of course, you can get heroes from there. They'll be different level. They spawn randomly. Spawning Hatchery is where you can get units that can be summoned. You can't get certain units like ultimates or exclusive recruitables or anything like that. And Antique Store is where you buy and sell items. If you go in there, you can see that there's probably going to be some items up there. No one's probably bid on them yet. You can sell items. You can pre-order items. You can see all the bids you have out. If you want to bid on something, you click on the bid button. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't gripe at me there. It probably gripe at me after this. But basically, you place your offer right there. Click the little... If you click this, it'll actually just give you the 5% over, which is required to bid. And then you click order, and it'll order it for you. And that is the Soothsayer section. Let's go back to our main menu. And that is the end of the Soothsayer section. So I will see you next time on the reincarnation tutorials, where I'll cover a little bit more detail into other subject matter. I'll leave that as a surprise. So I will see you next time on the reincarnation tutorials. My name's Alzorath. Keep gaming, have fun, and be sure to like and subscribe below for future updates to the reincarnation tutorials and any of my other projects.